Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oswa and I am so excited to have you here. In today's video, I will be reviewing EF Ultimate Break's Grand Tour of Ireland trip. I'll walk you through the trip including activities, hotels, meals, excursions, and just my overall experience. Now, full disclosure, I am an ambassador for EF Ultimate Break, but this video is not sponsored by them at all, and I am not paid for what I say in this video. I am giving my full, honest opinions throughout the video. Also, if you're interested in booking a trip with EF Ultimate Break, I have a discount code for you guys that'll get you $100 off your first trip with them. If you just click the link in my description, it'll activate my code UAOSWA100. I just want to preface, if you see me looking over here, I have some notes typed up just so I don't forget to mention anything throughout the video. So I did the Grand Tour of Ireland trip in April 2024, right after my London, Paris, Amsterdam trip, which I reviewed in my last video. This trip is 9 days long and covers 4 cities. 2 of those days are travel days, so you have 2 days in Dublin, 1 day in Kilkenny, 2 days in Killarney, and 2 days in Galway. After October 2025, they are removing Kilkenny from the itinerary, so instead you'll just have a 3rd day in Galway. EF offers this trip in both the Essential style and the Plus style. I personally chose to do the Essential style, but you should do whatever makes more sense for you. I'll be covering pretty much everything throughout this video, starting with flights and transportation. One thing I really like about traveling with EF is how they make logistics easy. If you choose, they can book your flights for you. For me, they covered my flights, airport transfers, and transportation between cities, which was a huge relief for me, so I didn't have to think about it. So I flew out of Amsterdam at 4 p.m. and had a direct flight over to Dublin, where I landed at 4:40 p.m. Since I flew in a day prior to the rest of my group and the tour itself didn't start till the next day, I had to manage my own transportation to the hotel. I managed to figure out how to use the bus system there, so I just took the bus from the airport over to my hotel. On the way back home, I had a layover in Toronto. My flight from Dublin departed at 9:50 a.m. and I landed in Toronto at 11:55 a.m. Then my flight from Toronto departed at 2 p.m. and I landed in DC at 3:30 p.m. To get from city to city in Ireland, EF provided a bus for us, and then within each city, everything was really walkable. Now let's talk about accommodations. In Dublin, we stayed at Generator Dublin. We had 5 to 6 people per room. My room was 5 people. We had bunk beds in the rooms. The rooms were spacious enough. The bunk beds were comfortable enough. Like, it was good for the 2 nights we were there, but I don't know if I would want to be there for longer than 2 nights. There was a really good social vibe in the hostel though, so they had karaoke, they had games, they had a bar. The first night we were all singing karaoke with each other, so it was really fun that night. The hostel was also in walking distance to a lot. We walked to our welcome dinner from there. We had a grocery store right next door and some other restaurants. And we did have a private bathroom connected to our room, so that was nice that we weren't in a communal situation. In Kilkenny, we stayed at Kilford Arms Hotel. There was 2 to 3 people per room. My room was 2 people. The beds were really comfortable. We had queen size beds in this hotel, and so that was really nice. It was also in walking distance of a lot of things. The room itself was very spacious, and we also did have a private bathroom connected to our room. In Killarney, we stayed at the Earl's Courthouse. We had 4 people per room, and it was 4 twin beds in a row. It was kind of funny. It felt like a fancy sleepover. Beds were really comfortable. We did have a private bathroom connected to our room as well. The room was really spacious. We had to take a long walk to get to most things, but luckily it was a safe area, so I never felt uncomfortable when we were walking even at night. Then in Galway, we stayed at Kinley Hostel. In this hostel, we had 6 people per room. We had bunk beds. The room was kind of small, the beds were not comfortable, but we did have a private bathroom connected to the room, and the hostel was in a great location because everything was in walking distance. We had the mall nearby, all the bars, clubs, restaurants, whatever we would want was all in walking distance. Now moving on to meals. As for meals, we had a basic breakfast included every single day at the hotel. We also had an included welcome and farewell dinner. Our welcome dinner was at Nancy Hand's. I really liked the food here, and I felt like it also had a really nice atmosphere. Our farewell dinner was at the Western restaurant. I really enjoyed the food here. We had a 3-course dinner here, and I still think about the appetizers and the desserts. Now let's talk excursions. So we did have quite a few things included with the trip in general. That includes walking tours in each city. And then in Dublin, we had access to the Guinness Storehouse. We got a full tour of it, and we got 1 free pint of Guinness, which I did not like. I had 1 sip and that was it. We also had access to St. Patrick's Cathedral. We got a tour of it, and I was really, really impressed by the stained glass throughout the cathedral. We also took a quick drive through Phoenix Park. We only got out for like 5 minutes because it was really cold when we went, but it was interesting seeing it. EF also included access to Blarney Castle, so we got to go there on our way from Dublin to Kilkenny, and it's been on my bucket list forever to go to Blarney Castle. I've always just wanted to kiss the stone. I don't know why, I just really wanted to. So I finally got to check that off my bucket list. We got to walk around the gardens there. We got to explore the castle, kiss the stone, and we also had lunch there. Then EF also included a little drive through the Ring of Kerry, which was really pretty to see. Then on the way from Killarney to Galway, we had a stop at the Cliffs of Moher, so we really got to see it. It was a beautiful sunny day. It wasn't warm, but it was sunny, and the skies were clear. It was so pretty. We got a lot of time to spend there, and we also had lunch there. Now getting into EF optionals. When I went on this trip, EF only offered 1 optional, and that was a day trip to the Aran Islands from Galway. I chose to do this excursion because I just wanted to see what these islands were, and I don't know when else I would really get a chance to go see them. I am really glad I went. The islands, they were small, but they were very pretty. We got to do a little 15-minute hike up to the cliffs, and we actually were able to sit on the edges of the cliffs, which was crazy. It was a very big adrenaline rush, and I actually saw a basking shark in the water from the cliffs, which was kind of scary but kind of really cool. We also had lunch on the islands, and the tour guide there gave us a drive around the islands, and he was a local from there, so he was able to tell us a lot about growing up on an island that small. Now going into the optional excursions the tour director offered. Our tour director offered quite a few optional excursions. So starting in Kilkenny, we had the option to go to Smithwick's, which is a brewery almost. They make primarily ales. We just got to see the process of everything, and I want to say we had 1 free pint included there as well. Then in Killarney, he offered 2 optional excursions. The first one was the Celtic Step Show, which was watching the dancers do their step dancing. It was really cool to see. They were very, very talented. And then the second excursion he offered was a horse and carriage ride. I did choose to do this as well, and I did really enjoy it. It was really pretty seeing the sights and everything, but I did feel kind of bad for that horse pulling the weight of all like 8 or 10 of us that were in the carriage, and I don't think I would do it again just because the whole time I just felt really, really bad for the horse. Now going into what I did in my free time. In my free time, my friends and I went and explored the Kilkenny Castle, which was really pretty. It was very old, but very pretty. We went to a comedy show, and then we went to some clubs on the last night. A lot of people went to the clubs, bars, pubs every single night of the trip. I personally could not do it. I had already been traveling for like 10 plus days. I was exhausted. So my friends and I, we usually went to bed pretty early, but on the last night we did go to a few, I think we went to 1 or 2 clubs. Then my friends and I also got tattoos in Dublin. So that was my experience of EF Ultimate Breaks Grand Tour of Ireland trip. I did really like this trip. I wish I did go when it was slightly warmer, but overall it was a good experience. If you're planning to take this trip or visit any of these cities, here are my tips. One, wear good walking shoes. You will be walking around a lot, so you just want to make sure your feet are comfortable. If you're going during the colder months like I did, definitely pack layers. There's times that you're sweating and then there's times that you're freezing, so pack a lot of layers. And then my third tip is just make sure you get rest when you need to. Don't feel like you have to be out exploring all day and then at the pubs all night. Do what is best for your body and get rest. I hope you guys enjoyed my full review of EF Ultimate Breaks Grand Tour of Ireland trip. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.